I almost joined a cult. This series is about some of the biggest mistakes I've ever made so you can feel normal about your mistakes. It was the start of 2020 and I was going through that, oh my god, I think I hate everything about my life. I hate my job. My 9 to 5 is a bottomless pit of despair. I need to change everything phase that so many people went through during the pandemic. And because of this, I was open to new experiences and meeting new people. I wanted to start my own business. This is way before DIY with Emma, but to do that, I had to build some contacts. I wanted to meet other business people to see if I would like it. So I joined Bumble for Business. And on there, I met a guy who was offering free coaching, and I thought, great, this is my opportunity to learn from someone who's done it all before. So we jumped on a Zoom call. He was the first person I ever Zoomed with at the start of the pandemic, back when it was still novel and exciting. I was feeling quite reserved because, after all, this guy's a stranger. But he really opened up about his life and his struggles, and it did make me feel more at ease. He told me he'd joined a coaching organisation that was built around the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. He told me how desperate he was for this programme to change his life. It seems he'd invested quite a lot in it, and I really got the sense that he was having some doubts, but the very next sentence he would tell me how great the program was and maybe I should join. We spoke for over 3 hours, and I can summarise the call as a bit strange. It was probably one of the weirdest conversations I've ever had. But regardless, I realised he wasn't going to be able to help me in business as I wanted, so we finished up the call and I wished him well. That was going to be the last time that I saw him. Or at least, that's what I thought. Fast forward 3 years and I'm sat in a beautiful cottage in the Wye Valley with a group of my closest friends on a climbing holiday. We were talking about the benefits of coaching and I told them about this really strange call I'd had with this guy who worked in the Navy and had joined this coaching company. My friend stopped me as I spoke and she said, "Did you say the Navy?" And then she said, "Have you watched that documentary, A Very British Cult?" It was an expose on the Lighthouse International Group, which were a British business and coaching organisation that was in fact a cult. The documentary featured Jeff Lee Jones, who was a whistleblower and worked in the Navy, losing over £100,000 to the cult. And so I said to my friend, "Shut the front door, show me a picture of this guy." We'd met 3 years ago and it was just the once over a grainy screen on Zoom. But I took one look at the photo and said, "Oh my god, I think that's him." And to be honest, I panicked, trying to remember what we discussed on this call. Did I share anything sensitive or private when led into this false sense of security? Here's the thing, I'd like to think that I'm way too smart to accidentally join a cult. And yet, here I found myself having what was actually quite a close call. Can I definitely say that if he'd not been a bit more charming, a bit more sure of himself, did a harder sell, that I wouldn't have joined? No, I don't think I can. I was probably at my most vulnerable. I'd like to think I'm fairly savvy and I still could have fallen for this. We all make mistakes. Join me for the next episode of Everybody Makes Mistakes.